Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Houston Cougars taking on the #1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Alabama's offense takes the field to start this game off. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
They'll run it from the gun, fighting off the defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They're going back to the ground. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cougars offense will go to work for the first time today. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcell Dareus's when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Hills coming after it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
7, Houston, 0.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
From the gun, the running back has it. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Tackled there by the defense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The run from the shotgun. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll try it over the left side. And he could not get loose on the run.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Pass intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Hills. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now,
hey, kiddos.
He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll go with a direct snap. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line. They go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Motion from the offense. Looking for room. It's Berry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Give to the single back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown time.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Houston offense comes onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to throw, it's Hills. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Grab behind the line. It's Bass. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And they block it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to pound it in. And he takes
Alexa,
it
stop.
for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've
Alexa,
been calling a great one
stop.
today from there in Tuscaloosa. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer.
Hold on.
Plays moments
It's playing down here.
Tackles alone.
Alexa,
Video game moves
stop.
from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming with the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
The hand to the running back. Steamrolls his way ahead. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. He's racked up 92 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. They'll give it to him again. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Just a little off. Incomplete. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass. It's Burrow. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Completes it in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Cougars with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hills. Finds his man down the middle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Gonna run it. It's Bass. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, they showed this in the 1st half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the 2nd half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by 12 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Trying to turn the corner on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Looking for a man. It's Burrow. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football. They're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the running back. Keeps the legs moving. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Snap it to the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Run in the red zone, it's Berry. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
To the air, it's Hills. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
It's 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bass. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Houston going up tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to take off. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Houston trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up, get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that